Okay, we're going to bring you Steve Kinniburgh, who's joining us. Marcus and Brian, obviously talking to the lads. Steve recently back from his holiday, his job in China. So welcome, Steve. Nice to have you back here. You've got the future Lions. Lions logo on there.
That's a bit of promotion for it, eh? Why not?
Well, why not indeed. So. Quite a turnaround since when you were away. We signed all these players, and what a performance today.
Yeah. I've been following it obviously while we're away. But coming back in after just 10 days, you can feel it's a different dressing room. The positivity, just off of today, there's a buzz about the place. It's quite similar to this time. What was it, 2 years ago when we kind of done the same thing with Dean Thomas. We got rid of a few, we brought in a few, and the whole dynamics changed then. And again, it's that feel. You've got the new boys coming in who after seeing them today look really good players. You've obviously got Wilson there who's got a bit of magic, but you've also got Harvey and Liam at the back who are very solid when you watch individual performances. And watching that today, it's not just the performance on the pitch. Everything from the minute you see people walking in, you can kind of feel there's a buzz here, there's a positivity here.
The fans were crying out for some width, and they've certainly got it with Wilson, haven't they? He caused all sorts of problems down there, and we realise it's a goal now, not a shot, not a cross.
After
that stunner also at Merthyr, he's given a little bit more of a dimension to Kettering Town.
Yeah, it lets us play in a different way as well, because he's playing out there, and he hugs the touchline, and when he receives the ball, he can take a man on, but he also can come in and get turned and go and play. And I think what it's done actually is it's helped Brighton on the other side, because his goal today as well, exactly the
stunning
same
goal, wasn't it?
And I don't think he'd have done that 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think
he seemed to have gained an extra yard, hasn't he? His pace as well. I mean, he went by those defenders with ease and drilled
and he can do it. He can do that. And I think when you've got a player who's doing it and putting the ball in and scoring goals, you start to go, I can do that. And he does it, and then that gets us the second goal. And that's that positivity again, where you're seeing.
If we could see that second goal, I think some of us may have seen it, but if the people haven't seen it after full time, let's bring the second goal for you. So it's James Bryan. Talk us through it, Steve.
So it's definitely not out. I don't know what the manager was moaning about, but then we bring the ball into the middle. What we wanted to do, we wanted to get the ball switched out. So there, within 2 passes, we're out to the left hand side. And it's a great dummy. It's a great dummy by Liam. And then there you go. There's the shoulders dropped and bang right across the goalkeeper. I don't think he'd have done that a couple of weeks ago. I think he'd have maybe looked to put a little dink ball to Rennie at the back post. But because he's seen the positivity that Wilson's been getting on the other side, then he starts to do that. He starts to think, well, I can do that and put it across. And instead of maybe nearly chance, we get one bang 2-0.
You mentioned there Rennie following up, and indeed he was. If he hadn't gone in, Rennie would have tapped that in. And what a signing that was by Marcus Laura, wasn't it? Really, a League Two player playing for Kettering Town, and you can see on the pitch his ability still and his skill. And he topped that off, didn't he, with a well-taken goal at the back post from that corner, which also we can bring in. Let's have a look at this one. Number 3.
You can. It's not just his.
Of course, the corner came, as I said, at half-time. It came from Cavalio's shot that the goalkeeper parried around the corner.
Yeah, again, going down the outside and having a shot. The goalkeeper put it out for the corner, and then from the resulting corner, they had 13 corners in the first half. I think we had 2 or 3. So it's not about the numbers; it's about what you do with it. And there you go, 3 at the back post, great finish, and that's a bit of composure for you.
And that's something we've been missing, hasn't it? In the first part of the season, we've had no one of that quality to actually put those balls in the net from chances. But the delivery for the corners have been a little better, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, what Rennie gives you, he doesn't just give you that presence and that ability that he's got and the goals. But as soon as their centre half see him, they know they're in for a game. And he wins the flick-ons, and the way he positions himself off of the centre half is fantastic. He's always engaged with them. He's always got them where he wants them, and that then helps our wide players and our central midfielder who's going to go and running past them, lets them get that space. Whereas before, I think we were dropping in too deep to try and receive the ball, or we weren't quite going against their centre halves the way that he does. You can see him when he's pulling one this way, the other one's watching him over this shoulder. And then, like Brighton's goal, there's that gap for the wide players to get into, because all he's doing is he's just occupying them, and it makes a big difference to the game when you're watching somebody like that and going, yeah, he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it for a reason. He's not just standing there for no reason. He knows what he's doing. He's pulling players out of place, and then he gets his reward at the back post because he reads it very well and gets across his marker and scores a goal.
Well, we didn't score any more goals in that second half. We had a few chances. The best one probably right at the end there when Dubiog Bonnet came on, and we thought in the studio here that it had gone in. We came down from the gantry, and Ed was almost out the chair.
He does great to get into the positions when he receives the ball here. He's in a very, very tight position inside the box with I think maybe 2 or 3 players in front of him, and when he receives it, Doobie's got that bit of tricks, bit of magic round there. But even to be able to get this gap, he's got 2 players in front of him trying to read him, dummies of both of them, and again,
so close, wasn't it?
And it's a game of inches there, and that could have made it 4. And Chesham weren't a bad team today. They were going forward with 5 and 6 players. They had a lot of corners that I thought we dealt really well with today. That's been something that we've lacked all season. We've not defended from corners well enough, but today I think overall they must have had 16, 17 corners.
Easy, yes.
And they hit the bar once. And I don't think they threatened much from anything else.
A couple of scrambles,
a couple of blocks.
Hill made a good save with his foot across the goal, didn't he?
We were giving away a lot of cheap goals earlier on the season, and we're not doing that. We've not done that today. So we've got to now set a base up where we go, well, no cheap goals, and we go and take our chances up the other side, and that just changes your season. Slowly but surely.
We said the turning point probably was at Merthyr on Saturday. 1 or 2 of us that got ridiculed a bit by 1 or 2 people on these forums, but I think you're quite easy to see tonight that and the positivity and the attitude of the players on the pitch in difficult conditions. Let's be honest, it wasn't easy out there.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great Kettering Town performance, and we now got a real test on Saturday against Poole, who won 6-0 at Histon tonight. So we won 3-0. Oh, I've been told it was even more than that. It was 7-0 now. 7-0 just come in. Oh, they're still playing. But Histon can't wait to get off the pitch. But that's going to be an interesting test, because I thought away when we lost 1-0, we were very unlucky due to the travelling circumstances. And in that second half, we had a couple of chances. Sandy had that shot saved by the keeper. Juby was sent off, and also Brett missed that sitter right at the end. So we could have come away with a point.
Yeah, we could. Obviously they're the front runners at the league. They're the ones everybody's going to go and catch now, and that's what we need to do. But we need to, as long as we do what we've done today, the chances, as long as we don't give away the cheap goals. I think even at Poole was a cheap goal from a corner. Again, that's if we can limit them to chances. I don't see why not. We've got a lot of quality in this team all the way through it. I don't see why we can't go and take the points on Saturday. It's at our place. We know what this pitch is like. We know it's not going to improve between now and Saturday. And as long as we go into Thursday night,
bellies, I think
as long as we go into Thursday night knowing what that pitch is like and knowing what we have to do, they're going to be coming going, well, what have we came to here? But that's a positive for us. We use that.
Advantages.
We use that, and we can use it well. And we go and put a performance on like that when it's wet and it's soft. I would imagine if there's no rain, it'll harden up a little bit. But if we can do it when it's like that, I don't see why we can't continue that into Saturday.
Okay, so you've heard the views there from Steve Kinniburgh back from his trip with China, which we will talk about at a later date, and I'm sure he might even give us a report in the matchday programme about it at some point with Chairman Richard. We've seen some of the photographs on the official website, but for now, Steve, thank you for joining us. I'm sure we're going to get back over there and have a cup of tea with the lads, and
of course.
have some food over there in the clubhouse. Great to have you back, and thank you. That was a good insight to behind the scenes at the Poppies.
That's it.
Okay, so Steve departs, cheers.